And welcome to your Wednesday Footy Feed. AFL Chief Executive Andrew Demetriou has flown back into the country as details of the Asada report into the Essendon supplement scandal leak out. Sacked sports scientist Stephen Dank denying those fresh allegations today. Matt Thompson is at Windy Hill. And Matt, is there any word on when the AFL Commission will meet to discuss the report's findings?
Yeah, well, Jacqui, the Commission is due to meet on Monday. That's its next scheduled meeting, although there has been some suggestion that maybe that meeting could be brought forward. We put that to Demetriou today as he arrived back in the country. There's a Commission meeting on Monday. Could it happen any earlier than that, or will that be the first time the Commission gathers?
I'm not going to comment on the activities of the AFL Commission.
Demetriou says he read the 400-plus page report on the plane on the way back from the United States twice. He didn't really want to comment on its contents. He did comment on one thing today, though, which was pretty interesting, and that was the assertion that was made while he was away by Bombers legend Tim Watson that maybe the AFL was conditioning the public for the prospect that it was planning to strip the Bombers of its premiership points.
I was really surprised by those comments because, in short, I think they're offensive. To suggest that the AFL Commission and the people on the Commission like Richard Goyder, the CEO of Wesfarmers, Chris Lynch, who works for Rio Tinto, we've got a family law court judge recently retired in Linda Dessau, would somehow predetermine an outcome is just offensive and it's completely wrong.
Now, there is another man to hear from today, and that is controversial sports scientist Stephen Dank. We haven't heard much from him over the course of this year. Today, there were leaks in Fairfax media suggesting the Asada report says Bombers players were unwitting victims, but were injected with banned substances. Here's Dank's reaction.
Did they take toe motion beta-4?
No, they didn't.
They didn't.
AOD, as I said, I'm not commenting on anything, boys, so I'll just leave it to the barristers for today. Thanks very much.
So these reports are wrong that 11 players took toe motion beta-4?
Certainly are. Thank you very much.
So, Jacqui, it's a waiting game to see what happens next in this unfolding story. We might be closer to some news than not, I think.
Thanks, Matt. The notoriously media-shy Lance Franklin has given a rare interview today, and the question on everyone's mind is, will he be at Hawthorn next year? Mark McGugan was there, and Mark, is there an update on his contract talks?
Thanks, Jacqui. Well, I guess the answer to that question is that in the wash-up, not much has changed. Franklin was in St Kilda today at the launch of his latest venture, the Buddy Boot, and he reiterated what he said earlier. He wants to stay at Hawthorn, but he won't be signing a new contract until the end of the season.
I don't know where I'm at the moment, to be honest with you. Look, as I said at the start of the season, I'll make my decision at the end of the season, and my management's in talks with the football club at the moment, and that's where it stays. But I want to stay at Hawthorn. I love the footy club. They've been a great football club for me for nearly 9 years. So yeah, that's where it stands at the moment.
The star forward's contract situation has certainly dominated the headlines this season, overshadowing at times the Hawks' superb on-field performance. And Franklin admitted it had at times been a little bit of a distraction.
To be honest with you, you can't say it hasn't been a distraction. It hasn't been a little bit, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, I've made my decision to leave my contract to the end of the season, and that's the way it stands.
We also heard from Franklin's manager Liam Pickering today in St Kilda. Let's hear what he had to say.
At the moment, nothing's really changed. I've got an offer from Hawthorn. I've had discussions, as I've said numerous times, with the Giants, and I'll continue to have those. But at the moment, Hawthorn's the only offer that we've got. So, as it sits right now, things will probably keep pushing through to the end of the season, I would have thought.
So, Jacqui, certainly some positive signs for the Hawks, although I guess the question remains, if he does want to stay, why doesn't he just go ahead and sign the contract? I'll leave that with you to ponder. Back to you.
Thanks, Mark. Fremantle is poised to continue its rise up the AFL ladder, with the club facing a favourable draw in the final rounds of the season. Alex Malcolm is in Fremantle. Alex, the Dockers can cement a double chance in the next few weeks.
Jacqui, top two has become a real possibility for Fremantle given their run home. They've got matches to come against GWS, Melbourne, Port Adelaide and St Kilda, and could potentially finish on 17.5 wins. But Ross Lyon wasn't getting too far ahead of himself ahead of this weekend's match against GWS.
I could talk about the excitement if we finish there, but I've lost my crystal ball and it's not working at the minute. And look, well, we know everything's possible.
Well, the Dockers' top 2 aspirations will be bolstered by the return of their captain Matthew Pavlich. He served his 3-match suspension and is raring to go and will return against GWS this weekend.
Yeah, he's been pent up. He's still got to jump 2 hurdles, which is today and Friday. But yeah, I'd imagine he's seen the form and the effort that the team are displaying, particularly on the weekend, and he'd be keen to come in and hold his end up.
Well, the Dockers are also likely to get back Garrick Ibbotson, who was a late withdrawal last week, but they should lose Clancy Pearce with a calf injury, and David Mundy is in doubt. Luke McFarlane is yet to return from his calf problem. It's likely that he won't come back until round 23. Jacqui, it's back to you.
Thanks, Alex. At Collingwood, Dale Thomas's dreams of playing again this year have been boosted, with the midfielder completing his first full training session since ankle surgery. Although it didn't look like it, Thomas did survive the hit-out. He won't play in the VFL this weekend, but the coach was happy with what he saw.
He moves around pretty well. Yeah, he's surprised us, and not himself, because he's set really high expectations to get back. But yeah, we're encouraged by where he's at.
Collingwood takes on Sydney on Saturday night. Port Adelaide is out to show it can match it with the best when it faces Geelong this weekend.
Geelong are at another level. They gave us a fair touch-up in our last game, so we've got to go down there and earn some respect. We've been talking about earning respect off other teams throughout the whole year, and we probably haven't earned it off Geelong yet, so we'll have to go down there and put on a really good show to earn that respect back off them.
That match to be held at Simmons Stadium on Saturday. Brisbane Lions fullback Daniel Merritt is more than happy with his move up forward, but admits there is one area that needs to improve.
I've got to make sure I work on my celebrations, and it's taken me a few weeks to get going and get used to leading patterns and reading the kickers and that. But yeah, the back line seems like they're doing a pretty good job, so they don't need me anymore.
The Lions take on Richmond at the MCG on Saturday. And that's it for your Wednesday Footy Feed. I'm Jacqui Reed. See you next time.